On the weekend, I made a Caesar salad and it was epic. I was really shocked. And my girlfriend Michelle said, write it down. So I wrote it down. And I can't really remember the measurements, but I'm gonna show you what I did. And I'll master the measurements over time. It'll be in this recipe. But one of the things I did do is I grabbed the lettuce. These are little iceberg lettuces, and I just ripped them up into chunks like this. And even when there was a big iceberg lettuce like this, it just kind of comes apart. I've washed all this, so yeah, just wash it and just into nice, big, delicious chunks like that. And then I kind of went to town, and this is what I did. Mustard. It's really interesting dressing, actually. Coconut cream, mustard, cashews. I use savoury yeast. Ruben's behind the camera today. I've got some shallots and I had garlic. Just to give you an idea, I'm going to keep this in the fridge so it keeps nice and crisp. Garlic, I know I used 1 clove, I remember that, and I know I used 2 of those little shallots. Apple cider vinegar. I think that's apple cider vinegar. Oh yeah, there's the mother. Olive oil. Water if I needed it. Boom. Watch this. Ruben, you're going to love this. You're going to be very surprised of how damn nice this is. And then, while I was mucking around with the dressing, I made my own croutons. And normally croutons are deep fried. And I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. So I got some sourdough bread. Everything's kind of balancing in there right now. And I cut these into little cubes and make some croutons. I'm going to show you how to do that. So come over to here, pan on, cubes. I was so impressed, hey, with how this turned out. You know, sometimes you shock yourself. I kind of said it was the best thing I'd ever made in such a long time. It was so yummy. And if you're using wheat bread, I recommend sourdough, like this one, and a good 36-hour ferment. So if you can find a baker out there that does that, winning. And if you're using a gluten-free bread, do your best to get it into its whole form, you know, instead of really highly processed isms. Okay, and I want a splash of olive oil, good splash. And then I'm going to sprinkle some salt onto the oil. And then I'm going to throw my croutons in. If you don't want to use oil, put them in the oven. Whatever you want to do. I want to use oil. This is my gig. This is what we're having today for lunch, me and Ruben. I'm just kind of coating it in that oil. I'm just going to let that do its thing. It's on high. I'm going to manage the heat because I don't want it to burn, but I want it to be crispy. And we're going to come over here and make our dressing. Cashews, around about 1/2 cup. I reckon around about a tablespoon of mustard. Good couple of tablespoons of savoury yeast. That's my cookies in the oven. Good couple of tablespoons of savoury yeast. And then I want that garlic clove, so just smash it and take the peels off. And then I want these little shallots, and you're just going to peel them. Now, if you can't buy them in this size, just use half a big one. Because I know in Australia they're huge back there, right? These are tiny little balls of savouriness. These ones are just delightful. Okay. Then I've got my coconut cream. And now I want my acid. Always mix your balsamic, your any vinegar actually, but always mix your apple cider vinegar up in particular. I've got about a tablespoon of that. Just to play with, we're not sure where we're at. Salt, pepper. Now I want that sweetness coming through, so I've got some maple. And I've got about a tablespoon of maple. And a little, just a little bit of water. Just a splash. Okay. All right. I want to blend this so it's completely smooth. While this over here is happening on the side here, not burning or anything, just sizzling away. I'm kind of managing it. I'm in flow. The lettuce is in the fridge, it's feeling good. Now have a look, Reuben, how thick this is. And you can see that it's not completely, see the little lumps and bumps in there? It's not completely smooth. I want it to be completely smooth, so it's quite thick, right? And I want it to be quite thick. Manage how much water you put in there. Really important, just a splash. If you wanted it runny, you can add a little bit more water in there. It's totally fine, it's up to you. Okay, we are done. And if you're into bacon, put bacon on it. If you're into plant-based bacon, put plant-based bacon on it. If you're not into bacon, which I'm absolutely not, I think it tastes weird, I didn't feel like I needed it, to be honest. You could saute up some tofu and chuck a bit of smoke drops in there if you wanted to. But really, at the end of the day, I did not miss it at all. So simple, so simple. These are nowhere near done, these. I want them to be crispy. They're still a little bit soggy, so they're going to take time. And just make sure you manage your heat so they don't burn. So as you're doing this at home, remember not to burn the little suckers, and they're nice and crunchy. Check that out, Reuben. We're on fire today, we're on fire today. Keeping that lettuce nice and crunchy as well is super. Yummy. Okay. And now our dressing. And I've got some lovely friends that have just turned up, which I'd love you to try this, Dana. Do you like Caesar salad?
I love Caesar salad.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I haven't had it forever because it's
Come.
all the
Come.
isms that I don't eat anymore.
Come, mate. So I've got like croutons. Is this looking like a Caesar salad right now?
It's looking like a Caesar salad right now.
It is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to get you a fork or something or other, or you can just use your hands, whatever.
I must have my hands.
Go for it. Oh, so just a little bit of lettuce to make sure you get the sauce in there.
Got some sauce.
This is quick.
Oh yeah.
It's all right, eh?
I like the sauce.
I like the sauce too. I'm happy with that. Reuben, you're going to really like this as well. I'm going to drench this over this in a minute after we take a photo. So I was just saying before, like if you like bacon, put bacon on it. I don't like bacon. If you like vegan bacon, put vegan bacon on it. But I think that's enough, right?
That's enough.
That's enough.
Don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
Perfect.
Okay.